scratch fever, da-da-da. Cat scratch fever, da-da-da-da.
You know, when I was growing up in Michigan, that's all we listened to. Ted Nugent, the Motor City Madman. But these days, Ted is singing a different kind of tune. Watch this. Cat scratch fever, da-da-da-da.
Until recently, it wasn't going so well for the National Rifle Association. George Bush resigned, and they've got a multi-million-dollar debt. But now they've got a strategy for turning things around. It starts with the appointment of their newest board member. It's Ted Nugent, the Motor City Madman.
Bang! One dead bad guy. Bang! Another dead bad guy. Case closed. Ted gun control works.
He burst on the charts way back in the 60s with his band, the Amboy Dukes, and the hit single, Journey to the Center of the Mind. In the 70s, he gave us Cat Scratch Fever. Cat Scratch Fever! And for 3 straight years, he was the world's highest-grossing live act. And now the NRA is counting on Ted to bring his legions of fans into the fold.
You can't have a better friend than Ted Nugent.
He is known as the Motor City Madman.
A little mad, but I think the madness is when focus is focused in a great way.
Fire in the hole! You are, I am, we are the commandos.
He's great. We love Ted.
We are the voice of freedom in America. That's what we are.
He's in touch with everything.
And I don't want a global government. I don't want a one world order. I think America makes the rest of the world look like a bunch of...
She thinks he's sexy.
I don't want to be equal with Europe. They're a bunch of weenies.
I feel the same exact way he does.
I don't want to be equal with Japan.
I'd vote for her.
I wanted to meet the rock star who grooves on guns as well as guitars.
You can't do this on a guitar, kids.
So I went to visit Ted on his 700-acre Michigan compound. Hello, it's Louis Theroux from TV Nation. May I come in, please? After a couple of awkward moments...
Does this look familiar? Did I mention you can kiss my lion sack of That's not even close.
Ted and I got along famously.
Biscuit, Louis?
No, I thought being a rock and roller meant being a liberal, Ted. I have to be honest with you.
I'm sick and tired of these transparent little trendy, mindless twits with all their superfluous, meaningless mosh pit dog.
But that's rock and roll, isn't it?
Oh, is it really? I'll be the judge of that, Louis.
In your role as a rock star, how does that help you advance your political agenda?
The amount of mega media interviews and dialogues that I'm involved with on a daily basis, it would boggle your mind.
The world's greatest showman and proud member of the NRA, Ted Nugent.
I got about 6 of my deer hunting buddies would have cleaned them gooks up overnight.
Last time I checked, it was the land of the free and the home of the brave, where a lot of rock and rollers still believe in individuality and independence and carrying guns.
For the last 8 years, Ted's had his own local radio show.
Did you enjoy that Ted Nugent Commando radio this year? Was that cool or what?
And later this year, Ted Nugent Commando Radio will be going national on over 100 radio stations. So Ted, like his buddies Rush Limbaugh and G. Gordon Liddy, will be heard by millions of Americans, making Ted one of the most visible and vocal members of the NRA.
We're sick of being misrepresented, both in the media and in politics. We are the conservatives that still believe that a family represents a mom and a dad. Nadine with a teenage queen. She's looking so clean. Queen, what I like.
It's a love song.
It's a love song, damn love song.
Though I was impressed by Ted's insight into family values, it still seemed to me there was a contradiction between rock and roll and conservatism. Ted, sex, drugs and rock and roll, that's the phrase. That's what we all know.
No, Louis, that would be your phrase.
Really? You don't know that one?
That would be your phrase. Never touched a drug in my life.
Nothing psychedelic about Journey to the Center of Your Mind?
Nothing. I had no idea that that was about getting high. When the bandmates, when those Amboy Dukers proposed the album cover artwork to me, I had no idea whatsoever that this was paraphernalia for smoking dope.
In Ted's world, drug use has terrifying ramifications.
Animal rights people are historically overt abusers of substances who, you know, if you took as much LSD as Paul McCartney, you wouldn't eat anything with a face either.
For Ted, hunting's not just a pastime, it's the basis of a business empire, including a thriving store, a line of signature hunting gear, and a bi-monthly magazine for members of his Patriot organization, Ted Nugent American Blood Brothers. But it isn't all work. Come the weekend, rock and roll's Rush Limbaugh lets his hair down and hosts a carnivore fantasy barbecue for fellow sportsmen and a couple of record executives, potential NRA members all.
Hey, don't forget the beaver. You gotta get into
have
that.
the beaver. The beaver's
Oh, like I'm gonna forget beaver?
No,
I invented beaver.
Said the beaver is incredible. And nothing follows a belly full of beaver better than a shoot-off. For the newest board member of the NRA, any time is the right time to share the joy of firearms.
We don't need any more gun control. Our so-called assault weapons aren't involved in any negative activity. Shut up and leave us alone. This is a Glock semi-automatic. It's an assault pistol, according to the media. Anybody who'd assault anybody with a handgun has got to be an idiot. If you're going to assault someone, you use a shotgun.
Why's that?
Because if you're going to assault somebody, you want to kill them.
Keep a gun in your hand, boy.
The issues are don't tread on me. The issues are, hey, Janarino, leave me alone. Bill Clinton showed great compassion for the victims in Oklahoma City. Where was his compassion for the dead children and the loved ones of the people in Waco? It's incrementalism at its worst. Read Mein Kampf. Read what Hitler did, a little bit at a time.
Janet Reno's not Hitler.
No, I mean, as much as I hate Adolf, I mean, I wouldn't lump them into the same category. She's worse.
Worse than Hitler?
Well, nobody's worse than Hitler, I suppose, but she's more than we can tolerate.
You make it sound like a revolution.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a revolution. I think it is a revolution.
Get ready. Get ready.
Hanging with Ted, I realized that rock and roll's come a long way since the days when all you needed was love. Now all you need is a gun. I felt confident that the NRA had found the right madman for the job.